This is a tutorial on how to solve a megaminx. Now, the megaminx can be a difficult cube for people that don't know how to solve it, but this video is for you. This is not as hard as it looks. So, without further ado, let's begin. Alright, now it's scrambled, so I'm going to teach you how to solve the megaminx. First, you have to get this top white star. Now, in order to do that, you need to get the white pieces and the piece down here. So, like, for example, you have a white piece and you have a blue piece. We need to find one of these that's white and blue. So, let's look around, and it's right here. You need to bring that into its spot. So, let's say here, one of the piece is on a different side. What we can do is just turn it, and then it goes on there. And if there's any other way, like if it's like right here, just turn it up. And if it's like that, but the piece right here is like this, put it on the other side, turn it like that, and then it will be on that side, so you can just put it in. So let's finish getting the rest in. So you see here, we have a white and purple. Now, here's another cool case. If you do that, but this is white, it's really easy. Just turn this piece right here, where both of the cubes have the bottom piece right here, and then it'll go into that side, and then you can just put it on the star. And then same idea here. And now we have the top star. Next, we're doing the corners. So just stick with me with this one. To get the corners, it's pretty simple. You just need to find the corners and insert them in. Let's see here, I have the white, green, and red corner. So I need to find the white, green, and red faces, which means it goes right here. You need to refine that piece and bring it to it. So, easy way to do that is just slide it along the faces until it goes into this spot right here. So, down, right, up, left, it goes in. But the thing is, it's oriented the wrong way, and also no corner twisting. That's a no-no. So what do we do instead? Well, we can put it back in this spot right here, and then we can turn this piece up, this piece that way. Sorry, not piece. This face that way, and then this down twice. What that does, it changes the orientation, and then we just put that back. And then we do the same thing. Now it's orientated in the right way. And you do that for the rest of the corners. So while we were solving that, we got another piece in there we didn't want. We got this piece right here. Now this piece right here belongs to the white, yellow, and blue. So let's find that. It seems to be right here. So we need to get the corner to go into that spot. So we need to flip the faces again, just to move it until it's in the right spot. You know, where the piece would be right here, but it's right here. So we just insert that in like this. And as you can see, the piece is now in right there. So you just do that for the rest of them. So now that we have all the corners in, and they all match the face, so there should be a T on all sides that match the color. Now we're gonna flip the cube upside down, or in this case like right this, and we're gonna fill in these spots right here. So we need to fill in the green spot first. Well, if you want to, you can choose any spot you want to fill in first, but I always start with green because that's just the beginning of the cube as I see it. Alright, so we need to find this piece right here. And if that piece is, for example, in another spot, like here, it can indicate anywhere, but if it is in a spot where if you just pull the piece out and go in, you can see this corner is not in here anymore, so we need to undo that. How we put this back is very simple. Okay, that did something. Okay, that's not supposed to happen. But in case it was there, it's simple. You do up, right, down, left like that, and then up, left, right, down, and then left. As you can see, a new piece is in there. That piece was originally this one, but now there's something completely new in there. So now we get onto this section, which is pretty much the same, but let me explain it. So we have the piece that goes right here, and we can't just slide that in because these will be messed up. So we have to do this a very simple way. You have to make sure that the piece that it matches, for example, this would not match. This matches right here. We have to put this on the other face, so that way it's in the right position. And then we do up, right, down, left, then turn the cube, up, right, and down. And look at that, the piece has been inserted. Now, if there's a piece already in the puzzle, which for me it's not, then you don't need to do anything to that piece. But this piece right here, yeah, it's now in this section, so you do that for the rest of them. So, once you have inserted those pieces into the other slots, now we can focus on getting these 5 faces completed. Now, that's not that hard to do, but it can be kind of tricky if you don't know how to do it. So, let's show you how. First, you want to get the green star, or whatever star you choose. It must be on these 5 faces though. So, choose any face, and you have to find the edges that correspond to those faces. So let's say I need the green and the light blue face piece right here. This piece right here needs to be green and light blue. So we need to find that piece, and it is currently right here. Thankfully, it's not in a spot where it would do any damage, so we can simply just move it around the cube until it's in the right spot. Now, it's in here, right here, so it's pretty simple. Just rotate it, and it's in. Now, for this one here, we need to find the green piece and the tan piece, I guess. I don't know what color that is. So as you can see, that piece is currently right here. So we need to bring that to its spot. But as you notice, it's not in the right orientation. So what we can do, you can put it back down to where it's in this spot, in this face right here, that has the piece already in. You can turn it this way, and then we can put this in, and then we can turn it back. That does no damage to this side, and you're able to add this piece right here. Next, we have to do the corners. So you find the corners, for example, this part's right here. The green, light blue, and purple, it matches the green, light blue, and purple, so you can just put that in pretty simple. But it's in the wrong orientation. So you do this. So you do the same thing I taught you earlier. And now that piece is in. And then we find the other pieces that have that. So for example, this one right here, it has the green, red, and tan. So we just put that in the right spot here. And then we find the last piece we need to find here, which is right here. So we just insert that in. And we have one face complete, and we need to do the rest. So we do the same thing for this face for the next 2 faces in a row. The last 2 are kind of complicated, so just do these 2, and then the next part will be about those. So once you've gotten these 3 sides done, then you focus on these 2 sides at the same time. The reason for that is because if you do this side first, then you'll have to do this side, which already has the pieces in. Since you'll have to turn the puzzle a lot to find the pieces and put them in, this face will become not completed. So we do these faces at once just to make sure. First thing we need to do is make sure that these 2 pieces right here, these 2, match the faces. So this one here does not. We need to find that one, which is right, make sure, yeah, right here. So we just insert that face like any other, we insert this piece like any other piece right there. So no faces were messed up, and the piece is now in. We do that because if we solve this, and then we don't have all these here, this will, be messed up, so we do the same here. Alright, next we do these top pieces right here. So we need to find the pieces, which is right here. So we insert that in. But you notice this piece is in here, so we need to find that one. And it's right here. If it's in like this spot right here, just take it out how you normally would. And we need these to get in the right spot. So purple comes before yellow. So we just put this yellow in this spot right here, one before this, and then that piece will just slide in. Now we need this piece right here. So we find it, which is right here. We put it below these pieces, and then just do those two actions, and then these two pieces will be here again, and this piece will be too. But you'll notice it's not in the right orientation. So we do that move again until it becomes the right face orientation. It usually takes about two to three tries. And now that face is in. And then we just find the other faces and insert them in. Pretty simple. And just like that, we have the 5 faces here and the white face still intact. So that's 6 faces done. I turn the cube upside down and we do the last faces. So, pretty simple. We just put these. It's time to put these pieces in. So we find the pieces up top, in case here. The goal is to put all the pieces in right here. An easy way to tell if they're the right piece is if they don't have gray on the top here. That way we know that piece doesn't belong up here. So you see this one right here? Again, we do the same thing we do with the other pieces until we have them in. Pretty simple. And you just do that for all of them, so I'll do that right now. But this isn't something I usually do, so if you like it, please let me know and I'll make more. So now that all the pieces are in, you can finally focus on the top piece right here. So if there are no gray in here, you do simple turn one of those faces and then up, right, down, left. And then that will add 1. And then you do it again, but this time with the 1 being right here, and then it'll add these 3 here. And then rotate the cube again, so these 3 right here are in this orientation. And then just do that move again, and then it will be there. Simple. And then we have these corners here, so we do those next. So now we need to get these pieces to be in the right spot. As you can see here, this piece is not where it's supposed to be. The easy way to fix that is simple. You need to up, right, down, so that this is ready to be put in any space, and then we flip towards these two. These 2 colors match with these 2 colors, and also the gray. And then we just put it in its spot, like that. As you can see, we have this piece right here, so we need to bring that to its spot. And then we have these pieces here, and then we need to match them with these colors. And then, now you can check if any are in the wrong orientation. And since they are not, that means we're on the final step, which is to rotate these until they match. So we do up, right, down, left, up, right, down, left, until the gray matches the gray here. And then we turn the puzzle this way, and then we do the same for the rest. And there you go. You have solved your megaminx. I hope this helped you, and if it did, please let me know, and I'll make more. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.